So
Mortal Kombat. Okay. If any well, exactly. Basically, for people who don't know, Mortal Kombat the movie came out this past week. Um, Synopsis of it, it basically tells the story of the strings before the first tournament. Shao Kahn's in it, well, mentioned in it. Shang Tsung's in it. It's basically a interpretation, and I use the word interpretation very, very, very loosely, of the very first Mortal Kombat game, or Mortal Kombat that came out in 2011. The story, it's shades of that. So if you know exactly what happened there, you'll have a gist of what's going on. I don't want to get too deep into the actual plot lines because it's actually, it's still very fresh. But this is your spoiler warning right now because I know how we are sometimes when we get into the heat of things. We just have to say shit. Spoiler warning.
Spoiler. Timestamp it if it's necessary, please. I don't want to hear nothing about it.
If you do not want this movie to be spoiled and still have not watched this yet, this is your warning now to click off. Okay, everybody list off a positive, and then everybody list off a negative, and then we can just go in from there. Rabbit, positive.
I like that they went through the Sub-Zero Scorpion storyline a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The negative, I don't know who the fuck Cole is.
Moxie.
Positive. I really did enjoy the fighting scenes. The combat was pretty sweet, particularly right in the beginning when you saw Scorpion do his thing with the fucking his scorpion shit. That fighting scene was pretty sweet. Mm-hmm. Are we doing the negative right after?
Yeah, because Rabbit just did it.
Baby. Negative for me, some of the acting was a bit corny. There was a particular scene when they were in the what was it, the realm right in between Earth and the other region, and the acting was just trash. It was real cheap. Yeah, the Outer World. It was real cheesy. It was real, so we have to do this, but we can only do it if we do it as a team. Like, the acting was real trash for me.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it is. The fucking void. And it was just, I don't know. I'm just gonna give that as one negative thing because I got a whole bunch of problems with this shit.
Yes.
As somebody who really loved Mortal Kombat, yeah.
Positive. I actually like their depiction of Outworld. I like how Outworld is barren. It looks like Deception. Remember? I don't know if y'all remember Deception Outworld, where it was like nothing there. It was purple. It was like a desert, but it wasn't a desert.
Fujinko?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was the best story mode there was because of how I played.
I don't know. Shaolin Monks was the shit.
Shaolin Monks is the shit. Don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about like mainline Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Deception. I don't think nothing is touching Deception in Mortal Kombat. Negative. I do not, and I have a lot more. I hate the depiction of Liu Kang in this movie.
What? I'm a Liu Kang fanboy. I'm a Liu Kang fanboy, and I didn't.
That's what I said. I got a list of shit that I had a problem with.
Yeah,
I totally agree with you.
I hate the depiction of Liu Kang in this movie, and I know why they did it, and we all know why they did it, but we'll wait.
Positives. Kano was fucking hilarious in the movie. I didn't mind. The special effects are actually pretty dope. Fucking Sub-Zero was a dog. That whole movie whooped everybody's ass.
Everybody ass.
Which is great because
they made him a threat.
Can I ask y'all a question? Like a serious question?
Mm-hmm.
I thought Sub-Zero was a good fucking guy.
Everybody I know says that, but
wait.
But not necessarily. From what I remember, there was always. I guess it depends on whose side are you on. Are you on the side of the Lin Kuei? If you're, you know what I mean. If you resonate
I'm
more
saying
with.
Like,
wait.
Scorpion's always like the bad person.
It's two Sub-Zero guys. There's an older brother and a younger brother. The one that we've been pretty much following since like Mortal Kombat 2 is the younger brother. the older brother becomes Noob Saibot, and that too is in this movie. It's the first superhero. He was
That's definitely important to mention. Yeah.
Yeah, the older brother he's more so. No matter, he's like how Sector is in the movie. Like, I'm doing anything and everything for the Lin Kuei. Fuck any everybody. That's
for my tribe. So it depends. If you rocking with the tribe, then you'll see what he's doing as good. But if
which is funny because he's not a part of the Lin Kuei. He's actually from America. In the actual, he's from America. Him and his little brother got kidnapped.
What?
Yeah, they're Japanese American. They got kidnapped because they were good cryomancers.
And the cryomancers actually were part Indian, so like they can go back to like they somewhat related. Now I wouldn't say related, but have the same lineage as Katana.
Yeah.
So, are we going a little bit more into the shit we have problems with?
Yeah, y'all go ahead.
Okay. Can I
Who want to go first? Go ahead.
Listen,
Go ahead. You got this.
Let me talk about the funniest scene in the movie, bro. Let me tell you, first of all, the Arcanas, I get what they were trying to do with the Arcana. They were trying to kind of pay tribute to Annihilation, but that shit was trash. Take that out.
Trash.
Yeah.
Listen, the funniest Arcana in the movie, no matter what anybody can say, is Jax. Jax had baby hanger arms. And his Arcana was he went to the gym. That is literally his Arcana.
And that's one of the things I definitely had a fucking problem with. They just rushed. That was one of my big problems. I felt like it was rushed. I felt like certain portions was rushed. We got to see Kano's full development and how, you know what I mean? Okay, they pushed him to be able to do it. But it seemed like everybody else, it was just like, all right, let's hurry up. This Jax had to lift a rock. He lifted a boulder, and that was enough to, you know what I mean? Sonya Blade, dude, she just jumped through, and then she had hers. Like, it was just felt a lot of rush to me.
Here's my thing about Sonya. Out of everybody in the movie, I know everybody say Cabal and Kano and Sub-Zero. I think Sonya was the best character. Like, if we talking about hero-wise, she's by far the best character. Because Sonya, they kept saying, you can't have it. Sonya, if you really paid attention to her, probably was the most fit to have Arcana. By far. She was probably the most in-depth. She's the one beating everybody's ass compared to, we ain't even gonna get on Coco. We saving for the last.
Please.
Don't even get me started.
Man. But Sonya, out of everybody, probably, out of all the characters, was probably the most depicted correctly out of the heroes. A lot of people like to talk about, let's talk about Kung Lao. Ain't nobody talking about Kung Lao because Kung Lao killed a jobber that was on the screen for literally 30 seconds.
Yeah,
what was the point? I killed Shang Tsung, bitch. Cause the reason why she's so pretty, my beautiful,
so pretty. Listen, what was the point in the tar?
Real quick.
What was the point in the tar in this movie?
I think they just wanted to kind of show off.
The same point of Reptile.
Listen, no.
I think they just needed combatants for you to be able to see the characters and their abilities. You know what I mean?
Here's my gripe. So, Reptile did his job. Reptile was in there for a minute, and Reptile was beating 3 people's ass.
He was giving
giving them the hands. Cole was getting his daily dose of an ass whooping.
Daily dose, because Cole was a bitch.
Like, Katana, not Katana. Sonya, Sonya was like trying to
called the bronze kneecap for failure.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let me get
it was such weak sauce. Supposed to. This is big spoilers because we're literally telling the whole fucking thing. I just, he was such a letdown for you to find out who he is his lineage, and he just turned out to have a fucking armored suit. And he don't even have a definitive fighting style.
And I feel like if anybody played fucking Armageddon, you remember Dagon and Taven, like they had like armors as they special power sets and shit.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think it was a nod to that, but like even the most hardcore motherfucking people would let you know, like Armageddon is not the most beloved Mortal Kombat game. It's not terrible, but if Middle of the Road was a Mortal Kombat game, it definitely was Armageddon.
Yeah, it ain't Deception. That's what we gonna put it out.
It ain't
the
Deception.
3D era,
It ain't Deadly Alliance. It ain't motherfucking. It ain't definitely. No
it's like barely beating Mortal Kombat 4. Barely, and we mean barely. But look, the Arcanas were trash. Here's my problem about the villains. I feel like the villains, other than Cabal and Kano, really didn't have time to shine. Like, yeah, they tried to make.
It was rushed.
Yeah, they really tried to make Melina look like a threat, and she wasn't a threat. Like, it was just like
the attitude wasn't even very Melina-like. You know what I mean? Like, she just was like, oh, but she didn't really show the crazy. She didn't embody it. Like Melina.
That's what I'm saying.
Melina is depraved. Melina is dark. Melina is sick. You know what I mean? And she just was very. That's what I mean. The acting for a good portion of it was just not it for me. Like, it was just underwhelming. It was just underwhelming.
Listen, I'm about to kind of break down what they could have did. First and foremost, that movie needed to be 2 hours. That is 2.5 hours at most. I think they need to do
10 minutes, Chrono. I don't think extra 10 minutes was anything special.
I do. Because first and foremost,
for what we're complaining about, I do not think 10 minutes would have solved any of what we're complaining about.
Well, okay,
one of my
get rid of fucking Cole.
Yeah, that's
one of my issues. I feel like it would have made a solution, because one of my issues, I felt like when they each had their individual fighting scene, like you would see back in the old Mortal Kombat movies, it would have allowed that to be flushed out. Everybody seemed like they just beat they opponents so quick. You know what I mean? In the old Mortal Kombats, and I feel like I might be biased because I love those movies so much, you got to see them get their ass whooped for a good period of time, and then they came back. I don't feel like they had enough time to even flush out those damn fight scenes. Like, this is the big climactic thing, and I get they wanted to spend as much time as they could on the Sub-Zero fight, you know, but they could have took at least 2 more minutes with each of those. That's 6 fucking minutes they could have spent.
They did a really good job with Cole getting his ass beat. They didn't need to do any more time with that. That's all that dude did, was get beat up by Goro.
By Goro.
Yeah, fuck Cole. He fought Goro and Ice. That's what he fought. Goro and Ice, literally. But Ice. Listen, if they would have did it, because it's certain things like Liu Kang. This is what I mean by Liu Kang. Liu Kang was such a soft ass bitch in that movie, and we know Liu Kang. We know Liu Kang is kind of like. He'd be like, bro, I know my shit. You know, I'm gonna beat your ass. I ain't gotta say nothing. I just know I got hands. In this movie, it was kind of like he had self-doubts about himself.
He was so sad.
I
Yeah, especially
know why they did that. Because ever since the first Mortal Kombat movie, and Liu Kang being damn near Superman in terms of like his morality and stuff, they've been trying to
firebend, bro. Like, let's cut it out.
They've been trying to switch up his. It seems like every interpretation of Liu Kang has been switched up. If y'all remember Mortal Kombat Legacy, the YouTube series from back in the day, he was full on fucking evil. In MKX, MKX, he was full on fucking evil. We didn't really get the goody Liu Kang back until MK11. To be honest with you.
And the crazy part is, even in MK11.
That's the Liu Kang we all love. Like, I don't know. Again, like I said, I might be biased because I love those old school Mortal Kombat movies and games. And I don't know, Liu Kang was just such a dope ass protagonist.
Like, it's the fact that they got Kung Lao right. Kung Lao was right. He was cocky. He was like, oh, you know, maybe you should give up. Like, that's how Kung Lao would be. Kung Lao would be like Kung Lao would be like me. Like, all right, bro, I'm gonna push you, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. Kung Lao would tell you the truth. Liu Kang would tell you the truth, but he would be nice about it. Like, this Liu Kang was kind of like, he showed himself one time, and that's when Kano got his powers.
Fucking backstory that was weird as fuck to me. He said, I took my name or took my arcana from somebody who didn't deserve it or some shit. Am I the only one that peeped that?
He took it. He's supposed to took his arcana from. It's somebody in the Deadly Alliance. That's what it seems like. I think it's somebody from the Deadly Alliance. I think it's Quan Chi. I want to say it's supposed to be Quan Chi, but it's weird. Like, I could understand them changing his backstory. He was an orphan. And my thing is, that's why I say it should have been another hour. Lead into that story. Show him have self-doubts about him, and then have him lose to Cabal. Like, have him lose to Cabal, and Cabal probably know about his past, and Cabal talk shit about it. You know what I'm saying? Because Cabal was the shit in that movie. I don't care what nobody said. That one little spill with him and
Cabal, I really enjoyed Cabal. Sorry, but he was probably my favorite character in the movie. Like, no joke.
Like, have him, like, he fought Cabal. Like, another thing was just fighting Reiko. I got beef with Reiko. You should have beef with the person that took your arm and have you had coke.
Yo, fucking
seriously though,
like Reiko literally was like, I understand people was like, oh, Reiko, they betrayed his character. Reiko was in 2 fucking games to say like 5 words. Now, if y'all talking about the Reiko from the comic books, okay, but this is not that Reiko.
Neither one. The one for the movie.
They didn't want to spend no time on those additional characters. They just wanted to have some disposable ass characters so we could see Jax get his shit off. You know what I mean? See Kung Lao get his shit off. You know, it is what it is.
Listen, anybody that said that was Reiko, it's not a Mortal Kombat fan, has never played a Mortal Kombat movie. Do you know how manipulative and smart Reiko is? Like, this man tricked Shao Kahn to get his throne. What are you talking about that portrayed Reiko? Reiko is basically a ninja without being a ninja. Like, what are you talking about? He didn't even have his shurikens. That was Shao Kahn and Igor. Like, what are we talking about? That was not fucking... Like, bro, here's my problem with fanboys. This is what I said. I said, this game is like Street Fighter selling. It's selling because it's like Call of Duty. It's selling because of the name, not because the movie is that good. The movie is not amazing. The movie is a 6 out of 10. Can you enjoy a 6 out of 10 movie? Yes. We talk about Annihilation all the time. And Annihilation is like a 2 out of 10 movie. We talk about how Justice is gonna barbecue somebody's ass all the time. All the time. But fans are really sitting here saying like, oh, y'all stuck in the past. We're not stuck in the past. We know the story of fucking Mortal Kombat. Who the fuck is Cole?
Who the fuck is Cole?
Why is Cole getting his ass? Cole is such a terrible character. Cole got his plot armor. He got his plot armor and still got his ass whooped. How you get plot armor and still lose? How do you get plot armor and still lose?
Here's my thing. If y'all needed an everyman person so the people could relate to not knowing what the fuck is going on, fucking Johnny Cage is a character already in there. If that's what y'all was going for, just the everyman.
If y'all wanted to give us this everyday white boy, then you could have just gave us the one we already know. Right. They gave us this watered down, like, who the fuck is Cole? He was so trash.
And if y'all wanted somebody to be like the new generation Scorpion, we had that already. His name is Takeda. Like,
put Kenshi in the movie. I'm telling you, I can do the whole story. I can make the whole story. Put Kenshi in the movie. Make it to where how it was in MKX, where Kenshi and Takeda was kind of into it because of what happened to his mother. You could have kept the Arcana. You could have changed everybody else. You could have put Jackie. You could have put Johnny Cage's daughter in there. You could have put Kun Jin in there. Made it new generation. And made it to where something happened. They had to go help the old generation. I promise you it would have been a 10 times better movie.
My problem with this movie is ultimately the fact that these corporations in Hollywood feels like they can continue to fuck us with no Vaseline. We get that you're playing on nostalgia. We get that you're trying to make money off of this. This was just a profit grab. That's why you got 2 more movies in the lineup. You knew that you were going to be able to get a whole bunch of people to come want to see this fucking movie for nostalgic reasons. The least that you could have done was make it good.
And my thing is, this is what I'll say, fans do not care. They just like, oh, it's Mortal Kombat. My favorite character is in here. Why you hating on my movie? Okay, from a Mortal Kombat standpoint, the fight scenes are good. That's what we go there for Mortal Kombat.
That's the good part of it, yeah.
That's the good part.
I even like when they did the omens to the Mortal Kombat game. You know what I mean? When they had the little catchphrases from the video game and shit. That was dope.
I like the triple sweep when Kano tried to jump over it like a Mortal Kombat character and he didn't press the button.
That's what I mean. That type of shit was awesome.
I like that how they pay homage to a lot of the fatalities. Like some shit, they did some shit like Jax would do when he clapped Reiko head. It was like, that's something Jax would do.
Exactly. So you could see that they had that in mind. They were paying attention to that in mind. But I just feel like they got lazy. They could have. I don't know. I feel like they could have done a better job with. Especially we're getting 2 more of these goddamn movies. It's like you could have spent a little bit more time and got a little bit more acting, a little better acting, and a better fucking main character.
Like I hope
you didn't have to even spend the time to come up with somebody new.
Here's the thing. The special effects were good. There was some characters that I liked as far as like characterization. It wasn't perfect. Literally, the worst part of that whole fucking thing was Cole and the story. Like, and can we talk about how Raiden is a bitch that whole fucking movie?
Right.
Yes.
Until he just wasn't. Like what?
No, y'all know what part really pissed me off. Speaking of the void, when they went to the void after Kung Lao died. How Liu Kang was. We can't win without Kung Lao. Liu Kang would have never said that shit.
No, he would.
That shit would have fired his ass up. He would have been ready to.
Yeah, he would have been like, bro, let's go.
When Kung Lao died, like Liu Kang, yeah, we throwing hands now.
Yes.
Yeah, like no,
he
like
can fire Ben, yo.
He would have been about that.
He went out like a bitch though, dude. Am I the one who thought Kung Lao just died to die? Like he put up no fight whatsoever.
I mean,
I think they just wanted to show it.
To be fair, that was Shang Tsung. That was some shit Shang Tsung would have did. He would have snatched his ass up real quick. Nah, they got right. Shang Tsung, Kung Lao would have had no fucking choice but to die in that situation.
Tell me,
and I think
fighter,
that was strategic.
Any kind of fighter is not gonna be able to like just.
I think that was strategic because I think what they wanted to do, since they already showed Kung Lao's fatality and how sweet he was with that shit, and we saw how powerful he was in the beginning, to show Kung Lao just to show his decimation so easily, you know what I mean? Like he didn't even put up a fight. I think they wanted to really showcase his power.
I would agree, but just for Cole to turn around and just fucking kill Goro out of nowhere with his magical ass power up, it kind of destroys
his shiny suit.
So here's my thing. This is what I'm thinking for 2. We can talk about speculations for 2. What I'm thinking is, because we all know at the end of the day, they are setting up for Liu Kang to fight whatchamacallit. They setting up for Liu Kang to fight Shang Tsung. Yeah. Now, if they have Cole train this motherfucker,
what?
I'm done.
I'm gonna be mad.
Done. But that's the way it's looking. That's just the way I'm looking from the outside in. It looks like they're gonna have it to where Cole tries to at least give him a confidence boost.
You know, what the fuck did Cole teach Liu Kang?
How to lose properly.
For real. I mean, I'm gonna try to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe we got more character flushing out and more development to see in the other films that they've already fucking bought or whatever, you know. So we'll see. Movie number 2, we'll see what they do. That's gonna be the test for me. I'm probably gonna watch them all because it's fun to talk shit, and I love Mortal Kombat.
I hope 2 is better. I hope 2 ain't Annihilation Part 2. Just come on, damn, you barbecued his ass.
Barbecue chicken.
I'm crying if Jax come in. I swear to God, it would become my favorite movie of all time. Because
they gotta show us the Jax punch though. You know what I mean? The over the head.
And that's what I'm thinking too. Because I'm like, they didn't go and develop a Sonya. Like they didn't really train their Arcana, so we haven't seen their Arcana to their full extent. Even we didn't even see like if Cabal had a katana. I mean not katana, Arcana.
I mean,
there was some did you guys see any of the little hints and shit in the backgrounds? Like at one point you were able to see Katana's like her fucking fan in the background. They did some foreshadowing.
They showed a couple of other things.
Now that I think that would be dope if they kind of branch off from this one. If they just had one to set it up, and then my problem was the developer, just whoever the director lied said we're keeping the source material. You completely lied about that shit. But okay, that's okay. If you make a standalone story, maybe make it to where Johnny Cage I don't know how they would do it because 3 obviously is going to be about Jackie and them. It's obvious got to be about Jackie and them. But you have it where they fight Kotal Khan. They go get Katana.
They got too far into it. We still ain't fought Shao Kahn yet.
Exactly. We haven't even done the Mortal Kombat.
They not fighting Shao Kahn till 3. They not fighting Shao Kahn.
Fight Shao Kahn and Kotal in the same movie.
They can fight Kotal in the tournament. I'm pretty sure 2 is like them going to the tournament, and then 3.
In the tournament, but like he can't be Khan yet because we haven't even established Shao Kahn yet.
Yeah, but they can fight Kotal. I think they can fight Kotal like as a general. Because we all know this is kind of pretext to the tournament. So what they could do is, I think the best outcome, and a lot of people aren't going to agree with me. Earth needs to lose. Earth, hear me out.
We could be here.
So they can have a big comeback here. I can see
that.
But to be honest with you, it was okay for what it was. I definitely have seen worse motherfucking video game movies. It wasn't a Tekken. It wasn't a DOA. It wasn't
Annihilation. No, Annihilation good. Annihilation good. It got
I like them.
Annihilation got Kotal.
Annihilation has nostalgia behind it. That's the only reason why anybody would say that. But
that's why you will die.
Your soul is mine.